Service announcement, Takeover Tuesday, Tuesday Takeover, love, support, grace, social activism, resources, and art. I am the assist, African support and strength, inspiration and success together. As you can see, I'm on this John Dolo today. The Queen, Raw Cannon, Nick, my right hand sister. You know, you already know how that go. I could tell y'all every week. When you a queen, you wear a lot of hats. Mom, wife, massa. Not massa like you sleep, but she got her master's degree. You know what I'm saying? And we got some programming that we got to take care of. We doing reentry programming, PSA programming. We probably gonna link. We not probably gonna link. We gonna link with other organizations to provide different like you can provide different things to brothers that's coming home, and sisters that's coming home. And I'm definitely gonna lean in when it comes. So family to the show always pull up. You know what I mean? Like you always got that one person. Like no, it's more than one, but you always got those people that just support you, man. And y'all don't really gotta have a conversation. They come around. They around. They always let it be known like this what we doing. Yo, did you get that information that I sent you?
Yeah, man.
Did you get a chance to look like over the whole John? Because that was a complete document about how the whole grant and everything broke down. The job descriptions and all of that is on there, but the whole John broke down on there.
Yeah, I seen the job.
All right.
I seen the job description and everything.
So I'm in the process of getting the applications to send to everybody as well, so they can see the times, know the times. This is we doing Credible Messenger, through the Office of Violence Prevention. We doing it. Eddie's House is doing it. I'm a cornerstone director at Eddie's House, so I'm a credible messenger because they want brothers and sisters who are culturally competent about the streets. What's going on in our neighborhoods. I ain't even gonna say the streets. What happens to somebody? Nah, scratch that. Not the streets. What happens to our people when we get caught up in the criminal justice system? You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of information if you pay attention to how the game is being played, because it is a game, it's a strategy. The criminal justice system, like a lot of different things in America, is a moneymaker. And you're using bodies to make money. And is modern day slavery if you watch 13. But more than just watching 13, I'm one of those people that tell people to read books. The New Jim Crow is a really good one about the industry of incarceration, and how the criminal justice system plays into that. I like to tell people a lot of times, who especially young folks, when I was teaching young folks, is like, yo, you got a dollar. We talk about money all the time, but you got a dollar sign on your head. You feel me? And people trying to figure out how they can get use out of you. That's a major part. That is capitalism. How many people can I convince to either work for me for as cheap as possible or buy as much as my product as they can or the services they can? Like, those are two people you want to create. You want to create servants, basically, and you want to create mindless consumers. So the servant in that, when we say crime, because we talk about gun violence, even though it's a lot of different types of crime, and don't get too caught up on one, what they call crime, because it tells a certain story and it also can distract you. And it also is an economic engine, this crime that they talk about.
Dr. Claude Anderson. I don't know if
Yes.
many people heard of him. But
Yes. It is an economic engine.
One of the things he said is it's certain ways to acquire wealth.
Yes.
And it's certain like key elements that you must be present to acquire wealth.
Mhm.
Either you get it through inheritance,
Mhm.
or you get it through having a cheap or free labor force.
Yes.
Whereas you can reap all the profits.
Exactly. And you convince these people that their worth is like $18. That's high. You make them like employee of the month. You make them into managers and all this. It's a whole system set up to make you, you move up the ranks. You become regional supervisor and all that good stuff. But what they do is, and we learn this in elementary school, again, another system that plays into the money maker. Our schools teach us how to be workers and consumers. That's what they do. You feel me? And then they got this whole other thing that goes on. Like, if you don't want to go to school, we got another place to make some money off you too. Because what you gonna do out there if you ain't going to school? You know how they say about idle time.
Which in turn you end up working for free,
Exactly.
and they reap benefits off of that.
Yes. So what I'm talking about is like, all right. So if you cut crime in half, what does that do to the money? So if you cut crime in half, why do you need all the police? Why do you need all the COs? Why do you need all the POs? Because you cut crime in half. So why would that be the mission to alleviate crime, to eliminate crime? If you have a whole industry that makes money off of people committing crimes, and the younger you can start them, you know, we had a little conversation with one of our little brothers, right? And my brother, you know, my nephew and my brother, he made a great point. Like we went and seen the juvenile justice center. And that joint state of the art. They just built a brand new joint. And then he was like, damn, they put $6 million or whatever it was. It takes money. You see the building, you see that it's state of the art, and then you realize they built it for little people, for little kids. You built it for 11-year-olds. It starts at, I think it's 10 actually. So you build this thing, you invest in this amount of money in little people, like 10-year-olds.
And generally speaking, it's usually a contract that it has to stay 75 to 80%.
Yeah,
filled.
people don't be knowing about those contracts. And how do you do that? It's definitely for them for-profit Jones, like them federal Jones, especially the Jones, like where they keep all the illegal aliens, where they take them, and then those sections of the county jails that they make for them, because they making a definite determined amount of money for each bed that they know. Every person that you get in here that you can potentially deport,
But
it's a certain amount of money for
if
that
you
bed.
if you just think about it, they say, yo, it has to be 80% full. How can you?
How you
dictate
doing
that?
this?
How can you dictate that? Like,
Yeah, how can you dictate the crime rate?
so you have to keep it. You have to find a
Yes.
way to keep it filled.
Yes, you have to find ways to get people caught up in, you know, once people on monitor and you got all of these different rules and regulation. And then I'm one of them people that be like, once you've been through it and you got a little bit of understanding about it, you have to take some ownership. But I also know how it is once they got you already on the paper.
And that brings us back to the credible messenger, whereas we are able to.
We are able to do preventative measures if that's what we want to do.
And
if that's what it's really going to be about.
And we can understand where they're headed, and we can understand their upbringing. Not only the so-called streets or the criminal aspect of it, we also understand the culture, what they've been through. We understand that, yo, you might live in a house that's overcrowded.
It might. This might have been brought on being a credible messenger, and what my clear understanding is based on a model. They're doing it in a variety of different places now. But I watched a documentary about Chicago, a young lady, Muslim sister. She was in a gang, and then if I say it properly, it's called The Interrupters. So you can go Google it or look it up on YouTube. It's a documentary about this young woman who started basically what the credible messengers is now. I don't know if she had been to prison or anything like that, but I know she was in the streets. I think she said when she got married or when she became Muslim and I think she got married, she started changing her life, but she still had a lot of credibility in the Chicago streets because she was out there. She had a name. So she started, because she had changed her life and she was seeing with the violence, how the violence was getting out of hand, the whole structure of the streets, because the streets did have a certain structure at one time that eliminated a lot. Violence has always been a thing. There's never been a time in America where there wasn't a crisis of violence. I want people to understand that. And violence is not just gun violence. America lives by rape culture. That's violent. And whenever people want to try to pass or get people to pay attention to an extreme thing, and if rape can be tied into it, they throw it into it because they know people are going to go up in arms. But what we need to realize is rape is a real thing in America, like a real thing by the numbers, more than gun violence. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but violence is Americans' apple pie.
Yes,
it's always been violence.
Yes.
The government was founded on violence.
This whole thing, you violently put people in place. But what the sister did was she had credibility in the streets to go to different places when she heard beef was going on and things of that nature, and be able to barter for things like, I remember one joint. I remember one thing that joint they showed on there. I think it was something over like a gun got stolen or something like that. And she went to the young boys and was like, "Listen, if I could get the gun back, will y'all stop?" And the the young boy like, "Yeah." Boom, she bring the gun back. Now, when y'all go watch it, it might be a different story, but this is how it went down in the documentary, and where I know, and this credible messenger model really comes from this young lady. Unless somebody could show me something, and I would love if somebody could show me something that predates what she was doing as an interrupter. I don't remember the sister name, but if you look up the interrupters, if somebody can look that up for me real quick, or somebody that's watching and put it up in the chat, uh, this sister is the one that started the credible messenger model, and then it went into other places, and people started doing it. So what credible messenger is, though, is you have men, women who are from these neighborhoods that are culturally competent to their own people and all the different things that we go through. So us explaining how capitalism plays into what's going on into the hood allows you to know. And we were both brothers that been to prison. We pretty much know a lot of cats who've been to prison all over the city. We know young boys all over the city from they little brothers, they uncles, jobs we have, young boys we just know from the hood that we from that know other little brothers. So we know how a lot of things go on, a lot of things transpire, and it's never really the story that you hear in the news. It'd be something a lot different. You know what I'm saying? And as a credible messenger, we feel like we can go into these neighborhoods and negotiate. I ain't even gonna say a truce, but to make young boys have a little bit more of an understanding that there's some people and little sisters that is some people that actually out here that care about them and understand what they dealing with.
You also know that, especially like walking through it, a lot of times they don't want it to get out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really don't want it to go like nuclear.
No, definitely.
Like even I don't like to use personal experiences, but I'm gonna take me for instance. When I was in my little wild mode in prison, it's dudes that I rock with and would rock with me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And because they rock with me, because I care about them, because I care about their well-being and all that stuff, I wouldn't get into stuff because I know they're gonna get into it with me. You know what I mean? I would actually try to sneak off and get into beef by myself, and they'll peep me out because they older and wiser than me. Where you going? Where you going?
And you know what's crazy about that? That's one of those things that I've been talking about for a long time in my life, and I learned from my own experience of going through prison, being told on, riding for motherfuckers that ain't worthy of it, and cats be like, fuck you, you know what I mean? That's really what being told on in my circumstance, and I feel like almost any circumstance is the case. But one of the things that I learned from that was, yo, you really deal with somebody, you don't want to always push play. You got some cats that it's all about the drama damn near. Like, it's like because they know they got you, they always ready to push play. And I feel like if you really fuck with dudes, you don't use them for cannon fodder, man. You don't embolden yourself with the love. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that if you really got love for these boys. I like what you say, if somebody really your man, if they really got love for you, they're gonna make sure that they don't do certain things because they know whatever they step into, you gonna step into. If that's really your man, that's how he go. He ain't saying I got 5 homies that's gonna ride hard for me, and everywhere I go, I gotta have my chest out. I gotta be talking crazy. I gotta let them know we around. A cat that really got love for you, he got them 5 cats and what this thing can turn into. Exactly. And he's always going to be mindful of that because he knows when I step into it, all 5 of these feet going to step into it. Like when people talk about 10 toes down, and I know like he know I have relationships with people like that. I'm blessed to have those relationships, so I always do the stewardship that I'm supposed to with the people that I love because I know when I step into something, they moving on the same thing. And I take that as a blessing that people even rock with me like that, to move like that. You know what I mean? And you don't want to violate that, exactly. Dog. But you don't violate
because
that.
Because you know you cared about, because you know you love, it makes you move in a different way.
Right.
Like, even though at that time I might not have cared about myself, because I really wanted to get into stuff.
Right.
Like, I really wanted to get into it. I would really just, try to sneak off and just...
I'm going to be on your own, John. But you know what's crazy about that, too? I've been in a lot of situations where when you dip off by yourself and you confront situations head on, cats move a lot differently. Like you learn that like when you slide, you pull up on the ball in a 1-on-1, ain't no squad, ain't no audience, ain't no in jail in particular, ain't no weapon. But even in the street, I slide up on you, I'm strapped, you strapped, and we have a real conversation. A lot of times that can eliminate a lot of things. And you know what I'm saying?
That's also I said like they really don't want. If you
they don't want it to go nuclear, like you said.
If you can get the perpetrator of the perceived slight and the other person, look, let me get y'all talk one-on-one. Y'all just have a conversation. Let y'all talk about it.
Right.
And whatever y'all want to do, y'all can just do it amongst each other.
Exactly.
And then y'all go y'all separate ways.
Whatever that, because it's a lot of boys following suit, man. And the cats, I have seen with young boys, your little brother that I've been talking to recently, with the research, the PAR research, we still doing that. 16 to 24 years old, you can come through if you in the mix or have proximity to the mix. Come on, man, we need to know what you're talking about so we can make sure that
Google
y'all being that y'all being represented.
So,
we have to have the data so we can be represented properly.
We got to Google
what do you
alert.
want to know as far as interrupters?
Like the interrupters, I want to know what the sister name is, number one. Because I think this is a good history lesson off of something that we doing in real time. And it ain't that old, but this sister need to be commended.
So it's not that old. So is this like 2000 and...
I want to say maybe like 2010.
So 2011, that's around.
Yeah, or maybe it might go back to... I'm trying to remember what penitentiary I was in when I seen it. I want to say I was up Smithfield when I seen it. So that would be like 2010, 09, 08. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So... But she had the name of the documentaries as the Interrupters, and that's what they called what they were doing. And she started to enlist other people that had that same credibility in the streets because of the things that they have done. And however it happened, they peeped like this ain't the move, and they tried to, save as many as possible, and educate as many as possible. And I think that's what we will be doing as credible messengers, because I'm big on identity. I'm big on education. I'm big on new information being introduced. Like, I think that's our issue. I think in a lot of situations right now, we are being outsmarted because we have been told thinking is corny. It takes too much. And why would I want to read this book? Why? Why would I want to read this book when I can watch YouTube with people doing all kinds of weird shit? It's like, no, go ahead. I should have put my hoodie on for that one. That was a hoodie moss response.
It's 3 interrupters.
Okay.
Amina Matthews, Kobe Williams, and Eddie Bolsonaro.
So what's the sister was Amina?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Muslim sister?
We're assuming Amina Matthews by the first name.
I think that is it. I think that is it. But
came out 2011.
She's the daughter of former Chicago gang leader Jeff Fort.
That's it.
See now, that's it.
Comes
that's
to the
it.
aid of the mother of Darian Albert, a Chicago high school student. Wow, whose death made national headlines when it was captured on videotape.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. And that's her intersection into the street that had that credibility as who her folks was.
Shout out to PSA Research Department right there.
Yeah. The reps in the building, they do that too. They do research too. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when the contracts come rolling in and it ain't no room and then the price get too crazy, you gonna be salty that you ain't jump on this wave. Check out PSA Instagram, man. That's who do my job. You know what I'm saying? And they evolving every day. A shout out to I like putting people on the spot in a good way, but shout out to Samira. We went to a pitch contest with Philly, and I thought that was dope. It was kind of like Shark. It was supposed to have like a Shark Tank appeal to it, but it was funny because the young folks, like 1 or 2 of them, got up there and was like, "Yo, I thought I had this in the bag until we got up here," and they couldn't remember what their pitch was. So a pitch is how do you sell your product? I think some people would say you gotta have a 30-second pitch, this, that, but I think all of those things are built around psychological games. Like you're trying to play a psychological game to get what you want to get. And it is a lot of that going on. You need to be aware of people trying to play psychological games with you. But I feel like if you just study your project, your product, whatever that is, or whatever your service or whatever your skill set that you have, just work on being able to clearly, concisely explain it. That's all I'm going to tell you. And think about all the things that people would ask you in the process of that. So the reason why I said shout out to my niece is because she was like, yo, I wasn't even listening to the people that was doing the pitches, like the young folks that had the different businesses and entrepreneur ventures that they were trying to start and be financed and that they were working on and some were already doing. But she was like, I wanted to hear the question they were asking because they were like the experts. They were the people that, she didn't say this part, but I knew that's why she was doing it. These are the experts. These are the people who already have things in play. So the question that they're asking her, and they was asking good questions that the young folks didn't think about, like overhead. You spend so much time telling me about the culture of your T-shirt or your hoodie and why you came up with it, this, that, and the third. And then when they ask you, well, how much does production cost? You're over here. How much do you have to pay on shirts and using the machine and the hours? And they didn't have that. You know, and that's one of the things that you should know. Like, what is your thing? Is it a nonprofit or a for-profit? One little brother wanted to sell affordable book bags that were already loaded. But the question that was asked was, people do book bag drives all the time, so how are you going to make money off of it? And he was like, no, I'm going to do some book bag drives as well, but you know, this is what I'm doing. And they like, nah, think about what we know that you want to do this great thing, but think about it. People already give away book bags, so how are you going to make money? And it's only like one real big time in the season, in the whole year, when people are even concentrating on buying book bags in any mass, and that's before school. But that's because he understood why he wanted to do it, and it was a great idea, but he would have to do it in a different way. He would have to be a nonprofit, and the way that he would get his money is through the service of giving out these fully loaded book bags. It wouldn't be a good for-profit industry, and when you're trying to help people, and you're doing it at a discount.
A lot of times to help with that, you can just research the people that's successful already. Mm-hmm. Read biographies. Read how
you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, read how other people came up, and they'll tell you about their pitfalls.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you about. I heard Malonda Rude speak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and she was just talking about retail, buying wholesale. Like
right.
She was buying retail and trying to resell it, and that's why the church was so high.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But once you hear that, you're like, well, if I go into that, maybe I can not make that same mistake and have to. I can go around that and try to get something wholesale from the gate.
Right. And that was the thing. Like she, said that's what she was listening to, and then we talked about it. We had our reps meeting. What does reps mean again? See, the person who told me that he was like the communication specialist, you know what I'm saying, and he would be able to explain what reps does, and that will be his job to, garner new business, new accounts, new people. He needs to work on this. So what does reps mean? No dead air on the radio. Come on, figure something out, people. Whoa. Why would you say it while she holds the microphone?
It's on.
Oh my God, we do have a seat up here, buddy. Would you like to sit up here and talk to us?
There you go, buddy.
You can sit right here and put your headphones on. So this is what would your role be at reps? You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get this guy right here is a really intelligent guy, but he only seems like he's intelligent when he's being a smartass. Any other time when you're dealing with him, he acts like he doesn't understand. But he has these nice, witty-ass returns and rebuttals to the things that you say to him. And it almost makes you want to hit him with a rib shot. But then you appreciate that he's what? How old? 15. And he's very observant. And you can't be witty if you're not observing things, if you're not seeing things. You know what I mean? You can't be a smartass neither. So since he is that, and he's very well-mannered, what is your name, dude? What is your name? Tell the people your name.
My name is Anwar Williams.
Okay, Anwar Williams. So he is, what would his role be? Has anybody understood what his title would be if he's the one that's going to be like the, guy going around letting people know what reps does, what the packages are, how much it costs, what's the mission statement behind reps, what is all the different things that they provide. We have to get that down for this brother. Now I know he don't have all of it, but do at least tell us, what does reps mean? Give us that. Headphones on, thank you.
Reps?
Yes, what does it mean? Speaking to the microphone.
Reps mean record, edit, and post.
So what does reps do? What do you call it? What does it classify as? Social media management. That's what y'all do.
You do social media management?
Yes, y'all do social media management. So the accounts that y'all would get would be from pretty much anybody, because it would be like doing advertising for somebody. But a lot of the space that I'm feeling like y'all will be in is like the nonprofit space, and I have a lot of like people that's dinosaurs like myself, or not even just because you're a dinosaur, but you so busy you don't got time to post and all that, and you know that you can't negate that part of getting the information out. Do y'all still, what does that say? Do y'all still sell the Glockaware shirts? Yes, we do. You talking about the shirt like what my brother down here has on? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Send the money, and we'll send the shirt. And who is that? I can't see who that is. The Truth. I don't know who the Truth is, but I appreciate this, man. Are you wearing dress socks? Please show socks. Masters at Glockaware. What? What's going on here? Who is that? Who is that? Rose? Did that say Rose? Yo, I need glasses, bro.
Bose. B-O-S-E.
Who? Bose. My bad. No, I don't want. So who has dress socks on? And who wants to do this guy? Does the reps communications guy? You're not a. What are you, man? Are you the marketing? What is he? Do anybody know? Do y'all know what is his role as the person
communication specialist?
Communicate. Right now, he's going to be the communication guy. That's who he's going to be right now. We're going to figure out a name. We're going to look it up. We're going to see. He's some type of rep for reps. So he goes out and basically sells the product to people, bring in new contracts. He's a young guy. If I put him in a suit, she's breaking people's stuff. See, this is why I can't. This is why when we do get these phones, look, she like, no, I done went through a lot over this phone. Don't hit her, please. Like, no, Carlita been through a long journey with her phone in the last 3 weeks, myself included. But Carlita, yo, I was doing something to her phone, and then like, what did I do? I pressed the glass, and you just was looking like, I really got a lot of love for you, yo. But if I could smack the shit out of you right now, I would. And you know that's how you looked at me like, why would you do that? I was trying to fix it. At least I thought. And it just did a lot of other stuff to the phone that wasn't fixing it. So, Carlita, do you know what we would be calling Anwar as the person who, like I said, he would probably go to events with me, you know, and talk to some of the providers and stuff like that, people that come into Cornerstone and see if they need social media management. Do they need a better presence on social media? So what would his name be, or what would his title be? Do anybody know what we would be calling him?
A social representative, something like that.
He's trying to add stuff together and make it sound good. I'll have to teach you how to do that. That wasn't good. I'm gonna show you how to put words together. Don't worry about it. Uncle Jarue got you in that joint. I'm gonna show you how to put, because that attempt, I appreciate it, but that joint was, whew, that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one. So, do you
just
really
call him the CEO in training? Like
yeah, because he is part owner.
All of it.
Yeah, he is part owner, because we are doing the LLC. I am going to spend the $350 to do it, you know. Unless somebody else, Zane, I already told my brother that we going to do it. So I was about to say, unless somebody can show him how to do it for free. I don't think he would be mad at somebody doing it for us for free. But if somebody want to do it for us for free before we pay, social media marketing and branding, that's his. But that sounds like his division. Like that's it. Are you saying that's what we do, or that's what his title is? Put that in there real quick, Kashi.
That's what he does.
Social media marketing and branding. Because we do, but that's what they do too, because they also have a component where they make a certain amount of t-shirts and hoodies for you with your logo or whatever on there. You know what I'm saying? It's different packages. You need to learn how to use, but I heard that Samira was pretty good. That's what I was told. Samira is pretty good. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna help rally around them. We're gonna try to figure out how to make the print and press thing quicker but easier for everybody involved. So is it actually a role that everybody can take, or would you be getting in somebody's way? Yeah, I'm talking to both of y'all. Would he be an advisor? You don't like the sound of advisor. It sounds like he's doing some weird. How? Why? Tell me why.
Advisor, it sounds like I'm helping. I know I'm helping people, but like, it sounds like I go to people,
mm-hmm.
and just like represent, not like tell them what I do.
Instead of
It's
here,
a
move this close. Move this close. See, this is one of those media training Jones.
media training.
Yeah, this is kind of like media training because you have to know how to tell your story. You have to know how to articulate yourself.
All right. So advisor, I like the like representative. I like how
You
that
like the
sound.
rep John better
Yeah,
than
I don't
advisor.
like how
Advisor don't sound like you taking control of the situation.
Yeah,
Do
it
it
don't
sound
like I'm
passive?
important.
It sound passive?
Yeah,
All right. Do you know what passive mean? You talking about
passive.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what passive means.
What passive mean? Yes, tell me. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot, bro.
Wow.
Yes.
Alright.
What does passive mean?
Let me get my thoughts together.
Get your thoughts together.
Passive.
Alright.
Passive. I don't know like the exact definition of passive.
But what you think
Like,
it is?
Passive. All right. Non-movement.
Teaching
Something
them
like that.
to market their like you're not moving, like you're
Yeah.
not being. That's kinda
A
passive.
standstill, something like that.
You can be passive by not moving forward. That can be it, but more so
Gotta be
passive
thinking.
is passive is just like it don't sound like it's taking charge. The best way to make you if you're being passive, you're not taking charge. So rep may sound like you're being more aggressive, like he coming in here to rep, he coming in here to represent. An advisor is like he almost whispering in people's ear, we got this service over here, and so that's like the difference. Rep sounds more aggressive. So you want something that sounds. So you would be like the marketing manager. How about that?
Right. I need glasses.
Yeah, damn, you young as shit. Like you need, damn. It's cool for me to be over here squinting, but we gonna get it together. So anybody who needs to improve or feel like they need to have more of a social media presence, get reps. What does rep stand for again?
Oh, record, edit,
see?
and post.
Yeah, you got to get that one. You got to get that. It gotta roll right out. And y'all need to help them with how y'all present yourself. The greatest leaders have advisors. Yeah. But he's saying he not the guy to be on your shoulder. Telling you he's the dude that's going out and getting the stuff. And then the other dude that's back at the joint advising, like that can be like Z advising Samir about what's going on. I'm gonna go get the stuff and then y'all figure that other part out. You know what I'm saying? But you are right about that. Everybody needs more than one advisor too. You don't even gotta be a great leader neither. You just need people around you. Going back to what a true friend or family member, brother, sister is.
But on top of that, everybody has different skills, different skill sets, different gifts.
Yes.
And to try to put all the gifts on one person in leadership is kind of.
That's why we be
fair.
banging out a lot of times because everybody be on one person. They all be like, yo, we gonna all rise and fall with this person. And that gets done and then people be scattered and don't know what they're gonna do next. It should always be a council. When councils are advisors, like a bunch of advisors, we need a council. One person shouldn't be left to make the ultimate decision all the time, no matter what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? The decision should be a collective of good ideas and well put together opinions that lead to true facts. You know what I mean? Like somebody can give you an opinion that's well thought out that leads to the resolution of something or the facts of something. You know what I mean? So how big do y'all think this is going to be? Do y'all believe in this, or is this something that Uncle Jarue is just forcing y'all to do?
I believe in it.
You believe in it? Do y'all all believe in it? Do y'all believe this can be something sturdy? Okay. As long as nobody's acting like I'm forcing them to make money, which would be crazy. I'm forcing you to get a couple dollars. And you have a problem with that. Does anybody have a problem? Y'all sure?
I'm good.
All right.
I like money.
So
That's easy to say though.
So we do
a lot of people say they like money, but they don't like to do what it takes.
You got to do some things. Not no weird stuff. You don't got to sell your soul. Don't believe that.
No, just
Don't believe you got to sell
read,
your soul.
educate yourself.
Yes,
Hard work.
please read.
Sacrifice.
What's a good? You said Claude Anderson. Powernomics. Read that book by Claude Anderson. Powernomics. Claude Anderson wrote a great book called Powernomics. Please read that. So, so who likes to do the editing? Because Samira has been doing a lot of editing, and I do appreciate that. See what happens when you pay people. She would have did it if I didn't give her money, but you got to make sure that people are taken care of. These people right here, they like to eat all the people's stuff, so you can't really pay them all the time when you want to pay them. Because they just, and then they smile with crumbs on their faces. We ate it all. Cool. I'm glad. Now I don't gotta pay you because you ate all these people's stuff and they don't have it. So I got a little something for y'all, but I got some work for y'all to do too. You know, not Samira. Samira is, listen, man. Sometimes, man, when you realize that somebody, because Samira is very, and I'm not going to keep talking about you, but Samira is very mysterious. She's a young woman that's very mysterious. So sometimes she'll be all in and you won't really know because her body language and stuff don't give like a high energy like, yo, I'm excited about this. But when you ask her to do stuff, she does it with a lot of heart. So that's how I be knowing. And she did tell me, because I felt like, you know, she wasn't saying nothing. She was kind of doing stuff. And she wasn't saying that. So I didn't know if I was like, are you just doing this because I'm asking y'all to come down here? Or maybe y'all feel like I'm making y'all come down here? Or do you really like to do it? And, you know, we had a few conversations like this because it was just seeming like, where's the energy though? Like, where's the big smile or something? She just kind of look at you like she be smiling, but it don't be no teeth. She just be looking at you. Yo, it's funny because we had a couple of these conversations because I still wasn't sure. And I didn't want to, she's a teenager, so I didn't want to make her do something or feel like she was obligated to do something she didn't have to do. But she was cool with it. And then when we talked about the reps thing, and she was giving me the look like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll do it because you asked me. But then she really do it like when I go on the social media, John, I'll be like, damn. But what I do need you to do, though, I need you to read if you're not doing this already, I need you to read the messages and the requests. And if anybody is like asking to be on the show or something like that, or if it's a communication, because I don't be looking at it daily, so somebody might send something and it'll be important and I ain't see it for like 5 days. So if you look at the messages and the requests, and you could tell by what's in there, Jones, that, well, let me let him know. You could text me on the phone like, yo, I looked in the social media, John, you need to call this person, or this person wants to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? See, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I wish I had my own camera that would pop up on here when I pull it out. Like, I just put it on somebody and pop up on there. They think they doing all kinds of TikTok stuff. Well, you need to do a commercial for reps since you doing all the whatever. I don't know. I'm about to be 45. All of it looks the same to me. Whenever y'all start dancing, I'm thinking TikTok. That's what it is. You dance, it's TikTok. That's my answer to anything I see people doing, especially young folks. Oh, that's TikTok. So, do you have anything to say for reps, brother?
No.
Nothing?
I ain't planning to say nothing.
We gotta get these. We gotta work on these kids, man. These children. We gotta work on them, man. This is your opportunity to start talking about any and everything you want to talk. Matter of fact, don't worry about reps. What's going on in your day? He's 15. I would like to know what his perspective of today was, or today. Just tell anything you want to talk about. Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just play basketball. That's it.
I think this was like, I think him saying that was because he know we on the show. And he trying to give me a good segue moment. Because it's like, he knows that when he speaks about basketball to me, it's always the same thing. Why? I thought we agreed that baseball, golf, swimming, canoeing. I thought we would do some other sport because basketball, it's not your thing.
It's not, but I enjoy playing. I don't have any motivation to do nothing else for it.
Okay. Oh, all right. Why is that? Just to run ball? That's all you want to do? Run ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Nah. I was about to say when I was 15, I was kind of like, I did love basketball. I still love basketball. And I played a lot of basketball at that age. But I had a lot of other things on my mind, too. I was doing a lot of other stuff that I'd rather not talk about today on the show because it's going to turn into a bunch of different stories. But I've talked about them before. Because when I was 15, I was 30. When I was 15. What are we doing? We need the board thing. We need one of them board things because I can't see that. What are we saying?
He's talking about reps. You know what I mean?
All right. He ain't had nothing to say about reps. Now,
recording, editing, and
do you want to come on and say something about reps? Mm-hmm.
Recording, editing, and posting.
Okay.
Oh, she wanted me to add service?
Yeah, you forget.
So talk about it. Nobody can see you. We can hear you, but we won't be able to see you. It's okay. It's quite all right. Why you ducking? You been in that space you ducking from. You been here for like an hour. Yo, she's ducking there. Like, did they get a new camera out? Go ahead, say what you gotta say. Tell them who you are first.
I'm Zakia.
Z. It's my dog right there. It's my dog right there. Go ahead.
And reps is record, edit, and post services.
Services. Okay. And it's a social media management group, right?
Yes.
All right. We need a logo, y'all. We was kind of working on a logo a little bit. We need to do a little bit more with the logo that we had, because we had some ideas. I don't know if y'all finalized the idea. No? Yeah.
I forgot to give
This guy again.
No.
Go ahead.
Wait. I found a picture,
Okay.
good picture of a camera to put reps in. And I forgot to give it to Samara earlier because she kept reminding me.
See?
I wanted to play.
Yeah, get on them. That's what I need, because somebody is not saying nothing. She's supposed to be telling y'all some things, but Samira is on point. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You know we got full transparency around here. Yes, because you are supposed to be like the I don't know.
My phone been down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's her job. Yo, that's her job and everything, because it's a real thing. Listen, her phone, this is another good joint. It's a good joint, in all seriousness, y'all. Me and this young woman right here, I'll be telling her about all the different skill sets that she has acquired over the time that we've been working together, right? And her phone being broke was a real problem in how we do business, yo. Seriously. I don't think she considered that not like it was like she was being selfish, but how we was doing things, and so many people call her, ask her to do stuff. We have to, her phone is very important. Damn, I shouldn't have told people that.
What?
Because, man, you like the what they call in politics, what is the thing? The football? The joint with the button in it. They call it the football, right? That the president carry around with the nuclear joint, the switch. That he carries the switch around. Yeah, the president. He carries the switch around. It's very important. It's a name for it. And that's what I was going to say your phone is, because I was just thinking, you have a connection. So many people calling you and asking you to do work, to connect other people and stuff like that. So that's our information base. A lot of our shit can be lost if your phone is lost. Do you got your license to carry? You need to get your license to carry, because this information is serious.
Yes.
What we got popping? What we got in store on these?
So we got one half. So we got one.
Go ahead.
So the main one is just off the grid.
So now, do you think would you like to do some of the stuff that she does when you watch what Carlita does, like how Carlita spends her day? Do it feel like Carlita has a really, really important job? Be honest. Does it? It does. Do you feel like she enjoys it? Sometimes. Carlita smiles a lot. See, Carlita is the opposite of Samira. Carlita will let you know, yeah, I'm excited. No. Go what? What are you talking about? No. And if she like it, yeah, I'm around. And then if she don't, everything is on her face. It's there. You're gonna see it. And Samira, you don't know. You be like, do she like me? Not me. No, I ain't gonna lie. When I first came home, I did think that about, everybody else was kind of and you might have been excited. I don't want to say that you wasn't, baby, but it just is when you would be around, it'd be I'm kind of cool if Uncle Jarue is here or if he's not. That was how I felt when I first came home. But everybody else was like, Uncle Jarue. And I was like, yeah, I'm a great man. Look at all these kids. They love me. but her, it was at least that's what her facial and stuff was telling me. The inside, it might be something different, but that's what it was. I was like, her be I ain't really be for this boy. He's okay. I see everybody else smiling, but okay. They smiling for me. But anyway.
Who is this guy?
They smiling for me. I don't need to waste my energy smiling, because I got 4 brothers and sisters. They all smiling. What am I doing? There's no need. He knows. You know what I mean? But I didn't. At first I didn't. But it's what I do know about people. People don't want to keep being around you. People will make a way to exit when they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? People will make a way to exit, and people be around me, and that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? I love to be around them. They love to be around me. and it shows. I'm not one of those people, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I do know people when they come in the room, everybody be looking for an exit. Like, I just don't like her. I just don't like him. And that's what they all leave the room and say. They give each other the eye like, I don't like that person. I don't like that person. I don't like that person either. And now we best of friends.
I remember telling somebody that too, like in prison. I said, man, when you get out, you're able to choose who you're around. You're able to choose. You're able to pick your company.
Nah, definitely, and choose wisely. That was a part of the conversation with my nephew. Like, he probably, I feel like he took what we were saying, but the real thing is like, yo, one, be smart, man. You can think. Just because you 12, 13, 14, don't mean you can't think. Don't let people make you even think that you can't think at a young age. You can. And you can think about wild shit, and your mind can go in a lot. Imagination is amazing. Have one. You know what I'm saying? Be one of those people that imagine different than everything that's around you. You know what I'm saying? So, one, think, man. Just think. Before you make your move, just think. Just give yourself a second to think. Like, all right, this good. You know what I'm saying? Is this really good? Just think. And then the other thing is like, man, choose who you're going, and that's thinking too, but choose who you're going to be around wisely, yo. Choose who's going to take your energy up wisely, man, because that's what they're going to be doing. It's going to be an energy back and forth. Choose the people around, like, choose people that's pouring into you. Choose people that's going to take a step back because they know you there, and they don't want you to get into nothing. They don't want you to be hurt. They don't want you to lose money. They don't want you, to hurt your family or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And you pick up on folks early, man. You pick up, I'm telling you.
I tell people this, like, especially as teenagers, like, y'all be in so many precarious situations. Like, you might have a friend that been drinking, but y'all about to go home, and you don't want to get in the car, but what am I going to do? Am I going to do I want to stand out? You feel what I'm saying? But at moments like that, you generally got like 5 to 7 seconds, man, to actually sit back and think and decide, you know what, I don't want to do this, but what I'm going to do? But sometimes you got to stand out on your own.
You got to. I'm going to tell you how crazy
it's hard, though. Like,
I'm going to tell you how
we
crazy
try to make it sound like it's easy, but it's
No.
In that moment, it's hard.
I'm going to tell you how hard it is going to your point, too. Like, driving all fast and all that shit, like that's some young people shit, you know what I'm saying? But some people never lose it ego-wise, you know what I mean? They think it's a thing. But, one of the things about driving so fast and being on the E-way and swerving in and out of cars is everybody on this E-way that you in any proximity to, you putting their lives on the line and you don't know who in them cars. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even on that perspective. I'm on the perspective that you in the car with the person. And because you trying to remain thorough, you don't put your fucking seatbelt on. And I know that sound like, nah, ain't nobody doing that, but I know a whole bunch. Because one time, my man, it's 4 of us in the car. It's raining. This nigga acting crazy. My man, Boo, driving fast as shit in the rain. And I was sitting there thinking, like, I, like, slowly put my seatbelt on because it was like I didn't want nobody to see me put my seatbelt. Like, how crazy is that? That I wasn't just like, man, what the fuck?
No.
And then tell him, like, yo, you tripping. But because we was young boys, driving I couldn't be scared. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't be scared because we young boys. So I really had to think about putting my seatbelt on, yo.
A lot of times we have this.
And that's a real thing.
Reality.
Yeah.
Man, it's a yellow light. Why are you slowing down? Like, we get mad at things you supposed to do. Like,
nah, you supposed to dip. You supposed to do this. You supposed to. Because when I was a young boy, I still kind of drive a little wild. But when I was a young boy, it was like it was just like an ego thing, like I could drive. You know what I'm saying? I'm young and I can drive. You know what I mean? I got whip skills. That stupid shit we got whip skills. You got accident skills. That's what the fuck's going to happen. You got accident skills. They ain't whip skills, they accident skills. Now, if you telling me that you're training to be the getaway driver or to get people to the hospital quicker than anybody else, if you tell me that these are the things that's going on, that is the actual training going on in Philadelphia around whip skills, then I keep saying it in my 45 years of age. Like I said, when I was a young boy, I was like, I got whip skills. No, you got accident skills. You know what I'm saying? And that, I'm just telling that because I know how easy it is for you to be fearful for the wrong reasons at that age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to show that you're not scared, but you putting yourself in a more precarious situation, you know. And nothing happened. We didn't bang out or nothing like that. But it's like, why did I even have a hesitation? You know what I'm saying? Why did I even have a hesitation that I didn't want them to see me putting my seatbelt on when this boy was driving reckless in the rain?
That's why I think, especially like as adults or elders, it's good to go over situations you know going to rise with them. So when they do arise, it's not their first time thinking about it. Like,
Yeah, so when boys be trying to put the peer pressure on, the age-old thing of peer pressure, it is a real thing. And people still getting peer pressure in their older ages. You know what I'm saying?
It never stops.
You know you couldn't afford them boots, them Balenciagas, that jacket. You know, because your man's had it. You like, I gotta get it. I gotta show up with my shit on, and then you know you gotta pay your rent. And them Balenciagas called $800. Them Gucci Jones called $900. You didn't have it, but your man's in them bought it. You had to step up. You had to be in the lane with everybody else. You had to. And now you scrambling trying to pay your bills. Now you taking risks about to pay bills. Now you borrowing money. You know you putting yourself in debt. But that be peer pressure.
Yeah.
It be peer shit. We got peer pressure that happens on social media all day long. We are taught distorted ideas of strength and tough. Ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah.
We are. It's very distorted. But I appreciate that too, because it's like it's so distorted. We were taught something so distorted that the things that are actually qualities in it, we don't know where to place them. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about toxic masculinity. But it's so extreme that in the process of telling people don't be toxically masculine, you're also telling them not to do things that his body is built for. You know what I'm saying? Not to feel like I should carry everything that, you know, if I'm around, there's women around, why am I not carrying everything? I'm bigger than them. I'm stronger than them. They have to make 3 trips. I can make 1. You know what I'm saying? But you can make that into, why you think that's your job? And they're like, yeah, because I'm a man. And that's what I'm supposed to do. Because my body, anatomically, I'm actually built to do this. The same thing is I say all the time about fighting. You know what I'm saying? Women normally play psychological games with you. Why? Because they're not built to punch on and kick on. They do it, but their bodies are not built for that. You know what I'm saying? And a man's body is not built to just be physically violent at all times, but it's built to do things and last things that a woman's can't. You know what I mean? And you see it in athletics. You see it in, the best way to do it is looked at in any pugilistic sport. You know what I'm saying? Any sport where there's fighting. You see the reason for weight classes. You see the reason why men and women can't fight in the same, because women don't have the amount of power and their bodies can't sustain the amount of impact over time that a man's can.
On top of that, men have denser bones. Like it's
right.
It's atomically different. We are atomically different.
Exactly. I'm glad when I love when people bring extra details into it. So, but because of those physical traits, that does say that certain roles are delineated. Like it's no way that you can get away from this role between man and woman if we're moving in the same circle. Why would I ask her to step up on a stone to get something out the tree that I can reach up and grab it?
But see, once again, our society, where I'm weak, you can be strong.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? We don't have, there's no such thing as.
It's really no such thing as a weakness. Yeah. It's like you have because it's supposed to go like this. Like it's supposed to ping pong. It's supposed to be, you do what you are best at, I do what I'm best at, and we thrive to make each other better at it. I feed that what you do well, you feed that what I do well. That's the course of a real relationship to me anyway. If we not moving together to benefit each other, make each other better, why are we in a relationship? We need to be making each other better in every way that we can think about. You know what I'm saying? That's a real relationship to me. Like, if we just around each other, or if it's one-sided, and it may seem one-sided, but then that would go back to what you saying. There's always a quality that somebody has that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with, like, money, or, you know what I'm saying?
No, it changes. Yeah, your viewpoint changes as you get older. I remember I was talking to a woman, like, we were cool when she had a boyfriend, and he'll get paid and just give her his check. And when I was a young boy, I thought, he gives you his check. Man, this guy's it's corny, but
right.
As an adult, I thought, no, he's not good at managing money. She's actually a financial advisor. Like, she's actually great
at the money.
At handling the money,
Yeah.
putting it up where it should go and everything. She's great at
Making
it.
sure all the bills get paid, make sure the budget look right.
And he was horrible at it. So as an adult, it's like, yo, damn, dude is actually ahead of his time. He actually cool to know, yo, I'm weak at this. I suck at handling the money.
Don't let my ego get in the way.
I'm going to let her handle the money, and I'm going to handle other things. I'm good at making money.
Now, you need to know all the security codes and all that good stuff. You need to know. It's still in full transparency. Like, I'm producing this amount of money. This is what's being paid. Like, you should still get a receipt.
I mean, yeah.
You should still be aware of that.
I just thought that was how
He
my
was
mom.
smart. He had an accountant.
How I seen it when I was young. Like, damn, you corny for that, yo.
Yeah,
what's wrong with you, man? What he do that? He a clown.
Nah, man.
But
whatever.
As an adult, you look at it like, yo, the fact that he can recognize that that's where he weak at in life, and he can, you know what? I have somebody that's actually great at managing money, great at growing money. Because to this day, she's a successful financial advisor.
And you gotta let her. Listen. I'm big on, like, you know, not calling people weak, even though I think I have some things that I feel like are clear weaknesses, you know. But I don't, especially black folk. Like, I never feel like you should call black people weak, because a lot of our predicaments, you can see where something caused them. Like, when people all been able to stand, and then we've been talking about this forever in America, when people are all able to stand on even footing across the board, then I could start putting onus on folks for things or mishaps or things that they didn't do right or they should be doing right or things they lied about or whatever.
But
and when that happens,
even to get good or great at something, you more than likely you're going to sacrifice something else, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you're going to be stronger in other aspects, and you know, weakness is not a negative term.
Equity.
It can also just be a descriptive term.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It don't have to have a negative connotation. Like,
That's a great word, and I hope I'm gonna use it properly. Like, I feel like you saying equity is like everybody has equity. For me, a woman has equity, a man has equity, and we can share in that joint to make it. You know, me and a brother was just talking about abundance. You know, when we play off of each other right, you can get abundance. If all 4 people in this room decide to do something together, we bring our own equity, whatever that skill set is, land, house, money, you know, paperwork, you know, financial advisor, whatever that may be. When you bring that on board, we blow. Like, we if all 4 of us run lock and step, it look crazy versus when I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? Starting even across the board. Yes. Nah, we was just having a conversation about that too. I just feel like the brother said something real dope to me, you know, on the way here. You know what I mean, brother? I can't remember. That's crazy. I was just in the car talking to him. I can't remember his name, and I apologize. He is the division leader of the UNIA, district leader, I think, if I'm saying that properly. O'Macy, brother O'Macy. And he said, man, he's like, the goal is to have as many people as possible moving in a direction to make the planet more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's the planet. And he feels like our people should be the leaders in that. They're taking people back to taking care of the planet and living from the planet the way we're supposed to. And I agree with that. I'm with that all day. And the elder told us yesterday, y'all might not make the see it, but y'all moving in the right direction. And everybody was like, damn, how you? But that's real.
But
that's real, man.
But
I think you see it in the struggle.
Yeah.
Or if you want to call it the struggle.
That's one of the things that we need to embrace, that, you know, we can work hard, but we might not see all the benefits.
You're a cog in a machine.
We're doing it for something bigger than ourselves. You know what I mean? It might be your kids that benefit off of it. It might be your grandkids. But once again, one thing I say about the oppressors, they look into the future.
Yeah.
They made laws in the 20s and in 1520s that you can't tear down Confederate statues for today.
They didn't look into the future. They created it. You know what I'm saying? When they was talking about manifest destinies, and, like, you know, I jokingly say, but this is real shit. Whenever white folks is in a council, it's some shit about to go down, some shit, you better get ready, because they're planning the future. They created it. And we have the ability to do the same thing.
But that's what I'm saying. They put in work,
yes,
in the present for their future kids, for their generations, and all that stuff. And they was able to understand that, you know what, this might not benefit me. I'm gonna work hard, but I might not be able to see or spend all this money, but my grandkids will.
Ain't no doubt.
That's all. Sometimes we get to the point where if we do something, we put work in. Oh no, I need to see that bread.
I need to see it. And we,
I need to see that bread.
What's the brother name? I know one of the brothers. It's a very basic line. He was like one of the Migos, and he got I don't know which one of them it is. I know one of the brothers passed away recently. But one of them said a line about I can't get all the money and not pass it down to my kids. That's selfish. I'm messing it up, but it's a very basic line.
That's the gist of it.
But that's the gist of it. Like how I'm gonna get to this point being one of the Migos and we doing what we doing, and I ain't got nothing that I'm passing down to my children. Like that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? That's a live ass line. Every time I hear it, like, but I'm trying to think of the name of the song. It's not coming to me. Somebody probably know, but I'm on that time. I'm on that wave. Like my whole thing is, like I say all the time, is you become totally self-sufficient through the service of the people. The more and more you give, the more and more the people in the universe will give back to you. That's the abundance right there. The more, and if I can get 10 people to move on that, 30 people to move on that, it's a out, and we got people doing it. That's another thing. A lot of our folks are around this country and in other places doing cooperative economics. Look into Kwanzaa again, y'all. I know y'all like Kwanzaa. Y'all done made Kwanzaa like Christmas.
Kwanzaa,
like
Kwanzaa's a person.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know that.
What's the brother name?
Huh?
What's the brother name? I can't think of his name. The brother who created it. But explain that, because I might be a little off right now. Explain that.
No, Kwanzaa is a person.
That's a person?
He was an actual person. I think he was an informant.
Oh, you talking about the brother who started Kwanzaa in America, man?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his name though.
No, his name is Kwanzaa.
His name is Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Cause no. I know what you talking about. Damn, what is his whole name? But they said boy was definitely
he's an informant, and people celebrate that like it's an actual like.
Kwanzaa is on Christmas this year.
Yo.
Damn. Yo, this is one of the times which my brother Zubairi's here because he be remembering those type of details. He know exactly who we talking about right now. But because we just need to look, because that was one of the things we debated upstate about the message or the messenger. Because it was like, man, I don't even know if I want to tell people or promote Kwanzaa in that way when I know this brother potentially and from all accounts was an informant. You know what I'm saying? The brother who created Kwanzaa, for all it, go read the history. I ain't making nothing up. Y'all probably already know who his name is.
A lot of times, like, before I knew about it, I actually thought it was an ancient holiday that we celebrated back on the plains of Africa. No.
The reason why he put it together was for a good reason, though. Like, for instead of us looking to European Christmas and Old Saint Nick and European Christianity and all that, the white Jesus and all that, it was like I know people want to be able to celebrate this time of year. So what it really was based off of a harvest festival on the continent, because they have all different types of harvest festivals all over the continent, because our people are still connected to nature in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? And they still do things based off the seasons of the environment that they live in. And, they have harvest festivals that like pay homage or pay homage to the gods, and these gods can be trees because that's what feeds the area. It can be the river. It can be the fish. It's a variety of different things because God is in everything. You can't separate creation from the creator. So he did that as a way to like try to reconnect us to, and then he came up with the principles, and those principles that we are with cooperative economics, having purpose, so forth, so on. You know what I'm saying? But the brother did. He
wasn't informing.
Yes. So listen, man. This is PSA Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover. Come down to Cornerstone Drop-In Center, 2321 North Broad Street. If you got a gap in your life, we can help you fill it. I'm the assist. My right-hand sister, Nick, she definitely going to be here next week. I might not even be here. We got some things worked up of what's going to go on. This is my nephew, Anwar. Rep. This is family to the show, not friend to the show, family to the show. You know what I mean?
He the assist, call me the substitute.
Yo, we gonna have to do that. But yo, this is PSA Takeover Tuesday, Takeover love, support, great social activism, resources, and art. that's what we doing out here. Good looking